Sushumna, Sireesha?
Om Sushumna Meghan.
Wonderful, Sireesha. I've only known you here for a few months in Tampa, and I never knew you could organize such big events of Sushumna Kriya Yoga.
Really, it's all because of Ammagaru's grace. In spite of giving me such major opportunities in the spread of Sushumna Kriya Yoga, I was also given several opportunities to be with Ammagaru during those events. Once after the public class in Vizag, I got an opportunity to drive Ammagaru to Vijayanagaram. That was the first time for me to be in car with Ammagaru. Ammagaru was in meditation most of the time during that drive. And in those initial years, while Ammagaru was speaking to the disciples and clarifying their doubts, I was given the opportunity to sit near to the feet of Ammagaru and listen to their conversations. And that added up so much of confidence and knowledge to my teaching Sushumna Kriya Yoga sessions in the future. Not only that, the way Ammagaru speaks to the disciples, Ammagaru's love, compassion, patience, forgiveness, really you can't express in words. That's when I realized the complete meaning of a true guru. I could see all the qualities, the qualities of God that I read in the scriptures and heard in the spiritual discourses. I could experience all those in my Guru Ammagaru. I have seen godliness in Ammagaru. That's when I realized Ammagaru is my Pratyaksha Parabrahma.
Right.
And that belief is so strong in me right from the first year of Guru Paurnami. For every Guru Paurnami, Ammagaru plans the Guru Puja celebrations in 1-1 Pilgrim Center. After the Guru Puja and Homam, Ammagaru's disciples visit the neighboring temples and holy places with much interest. But my goal primarily is to attend Ammagaru's Guru Puja and Homam. Sometimes due to volunteer works, I couldn't go for the darshan of the deity in the main temple in that place. But what I feel is having Ammagaru's darshan is more precious and valuable. To me, all the gods and goddesses are in my Guru Ammagaru, and bowing to the feet of Ammagaru is bowing to all the gods and goddesses.
This is interesting, feeling God in Ammagaru. As a strong disciple of Ammagaru and getting to live your life through Ammagaru, what have you learned?
That's a very good question. Really, I changed to a completely new person after Ammagaru came into my life. As I got the opportunity to spend more time with Ammagaru, I came to know more and more about Ammagaru's kindness, forgiveness, patience. Sometimes I can't stop myself crying. Ammagaru will be so patient with all the different kinds of disciples. I know how hard it would be for Ammagaru to bear with them the negativity, and sometimes Ammagaru takes up their karmas too. Then I realized, if my Guru Ammagaru is so kind and forgivable, why can't I try to be that way? And now I changed a lot in my personal as well as in my social life and relationships. Now I'm so easygoing. Even if some friction arises in the conversations with our volunteer team or with my family members, I don't take it seriously and escalate them. I try to subside that as much as I can and proceed smoothly. Before I was not like this. If someone hurts me or if I come to know that they spoke negatively about me, I used to never see their faces. I used to avoid them completely. But now I'm not that way.
Okay.
I keep accepting them and continue being in touch with them. Ammagaru and Sushumna Kriya Yoga taught me what to take seriously and what not to take seriously in my life.
So what do you take seriously in your life now?
My Sushumna Kriya Yoga works bestowed upon me by my Guru Ammagaru and my family responsibilities. I spend so much time with my son. Since we moved from US to India, I had to help him a lot to cope up with the Indian system and atmosphere. I had to arrange play dates for him to form friends, help him with the languages in the school curriculum, and so on. I had to manage my time very wisely.
Yeah, I understand that is really hard. How do you manage?
My days are very packed. I drop my son to school in the morning, then do my cooking, go give him lunch, do some Sushumna Kriya Yoga works in the afternoon, and again pick him up from school and help him with the homeworks before night. Usually once a month, I go to different places to conduct Sushumna Kriya Yoga session. That time my husband or my parents take up my son's responsibility. Most of the times I prepare my sessions during my travel. In that 4-5 hours of journey, Ammagaru gives my brain the right ideas and topics for the upcoming sessions. And this is the most special experience that I am blessed with several times by Ammagaru. I want to share with you right now.
Oh, really? What was that?
In 2015, that is for the 10th anniversary of our Sushumna Kriya Yoga, Ammagaru's initiation sessions were held to the software professionals in Tech Mahindra campus at Hyderabad. I had the opportunity to stay with Ammagaru during that event, and after the event, Ammagaru was invited to one of the disciples' houses, and I had to go to a TV shoot on Sushumna Kriya Yoga that day. That was the first time for me to do a television shoot. I was sitting in that setting and started my speech about Sushumna Kriya Yoga. Several co-Kriya Yogis also were there around me, and they were suggesting me to say this point, that point. And though that was the first time for me to do that kind of a show, I had no fear or tension in me. Instead, I was so cool and comfortable. And in between the recordings, I felt as if I was acting like Ammagaru. The way I turn my eyes and the pace in which I speak, I thought maybe I had the opportunity to be with Ammagaru from the past 2 days. So I'm behaving that way. That shoot came out so perfect, as if I had so much of experience in doing that kind of shows, and no one believed that it was my first TV shoot. Later I flew back to Vizag, and when I got a chance to speak to Ammagaru, I mentioned, Ammagaru, that day I felt as if I was imitating you, Ammagaru. Is that because I had a chance to spend more time with you the before day? Ammagaru said, while I was going back from the Tech Mahindra campus, I felt that you would be tensed to do the shoot. So I sat in meditation during the whole drive, and since you have the bhava and surrenderance onto me, I was inside you 60% while you were just 40% inside you, and that's why you felt that way. I'm so happy and excited to know this. My Guru, Ammagaru inside me, that was the most wonderful experience I had, and I am so fortunate to have these experiences several times during my journey of Sushumna Kriya Yoga.
That is so interesting.
Many a times my voice becomes like Ammagaru while teaching Sushumna Kriya Yoga. My omkaras are heard like Ammagaru's during my sessions. Once for the Guru Purnami celebrations in Sireesha, I was told to bring Babaji Garu's Saligramam to give it to every disciple's hand after the Guru Puja. I was holding the Saligramam in my hand, and while I was moving around the hall and placing it in every disciple's hands, I felt as if I was smiling like Ammagaru, walking like Ammagaru. And later when I got a chance to ask Ammagaru, Ammagaru told me that yes, I was 70% inside you that time, so you felt that way. I felt how lucky I am to have my Guru Ammagaru inside me. Na janma dhanyamaipoyindi. And these were my known experiences of Ammagaru's presence inside me. But Ammagaru has been guiding me internally and driving me continuously all these years.
That's really awesome.
I got many opportunities to conduct mass meditations for the general public in Vizag, Vishaka Utsav, Rajahmundry Pushkaralu, Kakinada beach festivals, and so on. I also got opportunities to teach Sushumna Kriya Yoga to students at various schools, colleges, corporate sectors in India. I came to the US a couple of times in the last 4 years to conduct Sushumna Kriya Yoga sessions at various places near Washington DC, Boston, Dallas, Chicago, San Jose, and so on.
That's wonderful, Sireesha.
Setting up Sushumna Kriya Yoga sessions here in this country is a big challenge. But every time with Ammagaru's blessings and energies, I was able to get these opportunities with very little effort. Getting to around 40 to 50 people during the weekdays here in the US is a big miracle by our gurus while conducting some sessions in the DC area.
That's great. I know you are very passionate about Sushumna Kriya Yoga and being able to teach it into a wide variety of audiences. That is a great accomplishment.
Yeah, of course. It's all because of the divine grace and boundless love showered by my Guru Ammagaru. With Ammagaru's grace, I was able to teach Sushumna Kriya Yoga to around 50,000 people so far.
That's fantastic. And now can you tell me some of your experiences with Ammagaru?
Yeah, the first one that I would like to mention was the trip to Himalayas with Ammagaru. After conducting Ammagaru's initiation session for the scientist community at DRDO Dehradun, we got the opportunity to go to Gangotri, Yamunotri, Rishikesh and Haridwar with Ammagaru. That trip had brought about an enormous change in each and every one of us. While traveling through those places during my journey, I used to chant Omkaras and was meditating most of the time. And during that time, I had a vision of Babaji Garu in my meditation. Babaji Garu seemed very young, maybe 14-15 years. And when I asked Ammagaru told me that was when Babaji Garu was learning the Kriyas from Boga Siddhar Garu at Katirgama. Really, I'm so blessed to have the vision of young Babaji Garu during my Himalayas trip with Ammagaru. Thank you so much, Ammagaru, for this opportunity. And later, in one of the processes that was done to us during the Himalayas trip is the cleansing process through large deodar trees. So each and every one of us were told to hold one of the deodar tree near to us, and when I hugged the tree, I heard the uff uff sound a couple of times, and later I felt so relieved and lightened, as if all my negativity was taken away. And the next day, each and every one of us were given a stone from the Ganga river by Ammagaru, and we were told to tap that stone 3 times and meditate for a few minutes whenever we feel downhearted or disturbed. That way we maintain our balanced state for the higher works of Sushumna Kriya Yoga.
That's interesting. Could you tell me more about your experiences with Ammagaru?
In 2017, me and my sister had the greatest opportunity to host Ammagaru's Guru Purnami event in the holy city of Varanasi. Booking a hall, setting up the hoardings, publicity, making food arrangements to all the disciples was a big challenge there in Kasi. But with Ammagaru's blessings and energies, we were able to organize the whole event. And that day we had the opportunity to do Guru Puja to Ammagaru and host a public class in the Banaras Hindu University campus.
That's wonderful, Sireesha.
And during the Bhakti TV shoot, I got the opportunity to pour Ganga water onto the feet of Ammagaru. uh, uh, at the banks of River Ganga, and that was most precious memory to me with Ammagaru. I am blessed with several opportunities to spend time with Ammagaru. We had opportunities to sing, dance, and meditate in the presence of Ammagaru. Ammagaru seems laughing and enjoying our singing and dancing performances, but from the back end, Ammagaru will be clearing away our blocks. We don't have any clue regarding this while in the presence of Ammagaru, but when we go back to our homes and get involved in our daily routines, we notice a lot of change and improvement within ourselves. Each time we get the opportunity to be with Ammagaru, a lot of inner processing and cleansing is done within us, and we turn out to be better and better. And finally, I want to share with you my most recent experience of Ammagaru. In 2019, I got the opportunity to plan and organize several sessions of Ammagaru in the US. A couple of months before, I was tensed and not confident about organizing Ammagaru's US sessions. So I called Ammagaru. I asked Ammagaru, I'm not confident, maybe not this time. Can we plan these sessions next year? Then Ammagaru said, no, they should be done this year only. You go ahead. And now I understand why Ammagaru insisted on going ahead that year itself.
Yes, because the coronavirus came up next year.
Exactly. I was so tensed as to how to organize Ammagaru sessions in such a short period. But with Ammagaru's verdict, I proceeded in my planning and started coordinating with various people in different cities. And finally, we could conduct altogether 10 sessions of Ammagaru within 2 months. And with the expected number of audience in every session.
Oh wow, that's perfect.
Ammagaru's initiation sessions were conducted in Virginia, Philadelphia, Delaware, Boston, Connecticut, Dallas, and Florida. And during the last week of Ammagaru's stay in the US, Ammagaru gifted our family with the most precious gift, that is, guess what? A cruise trip with Ammagaru.
Wow.
We got the opportunity of going to Bahamas and Cozumel on a cruise with Ammagaru. Walking along with Ammagaru on the cruise deck, spending time with Ammagaru in the beachfront, and meditating with Ammagaru in the middle of the ocean, that is on the cruise. It was so exciting and so memorable.
That's wonderful, Sireesha. It seemed like you've been having a lot of fun and living your life to the fullest. It's so exciting that you got to live the path that you craved the most.
Exactly. I owe the credit to my husband for giving me the freedom to choose whatever I want to in my life, and for my parents who have given me a strong spiritual foundation in my childhood. But no matter how much of a freedom I may have or how much of a spiritual craving I may have, it's only because of Ammagaru's grace I am like this today. Right from the first year of my Sushumna Kriya Yoga practice, Ammagaru has brought about a lot of improvement and change in my thought patterns. My relationships with my family and bondings improved. I became more responsible and skillful. I feel more energetic now than I was 10 years ago. I keep bubbling with inner joy, and I seem 10 years younger than my real age. Really, Ammagaru brought wonders into my life. I never dreamt that one day I could find the simple and fastest route to attain moksha. I never ever dreamt that I would get into the hands of the great Guru Ammagaru, who molded me and my life so well that I could inspire and teach Sushumna Kriya Yoga and motivate many more into the path of this everlasting bliss, Sushumna Kriya Yoga.